Oh, Madison. I need to speak with you. My mother's long-term nursing care has just been authorized.
What are you talking about, Anthony? What nursing care?
It's already been decided that I take over the house, and all the other things that go along with it. So tomorrow, you're going to quit your job and take care of my mother. That would be great.
I don't get what you're saying right now. Everything's happening at such a fast pace that I'm not getting the full story here.
Madison, don't be ridiculous. This isn't the time to start playing dumb, you know. I talked to my brother about what to do with my mom. Rather than put her in an aged care facility, it's better to have family who are nearby to take care of her. It's tough for my brother right now, and he's got a child to look after. You need to quit your job as soon as possible and take care of her. Isn't that the most obvious solution to all of this?
Why are you trying to solve all these problems when you haven't even consulted me about them? Don't we talk things out first, then work to solve the issue? It seems to me that you're being quite unreasonable towards me. You can't just decide things for me. If you talked to me about this, I would have said I like my job and I want to keep working. I have no prior knowledge of nursing the elderly or anything like that. It would be such a struggle for me. Besides, I only see your mother a couple of times a year, and that's during Thanksgiving and Christmas. Rather than me take care of her myself, it would be easier to put her in a care home where she gets looked after properly by professionals or people with more care experience.
What did you just say? All your words are just so muddled up that it loses all meaning, don't you see that? This is a family decision, not just yours. I'm already getting her luggage moved into our house today.
You've got to be kidding me right now. Really, Anthony?
Not kidding, dear. Tomorrow, my mother will be living with us in our house. What's the problem? If something happens, are you afraid that it'll be your fault or something?
Yes, but I really do think you're being too pushy right now. You're not considering any of my decisions.
Madison, you're a woman, all right? It's not your responsibility to work or anything like that at all. I'm the one who needs to be responsible and earn money because I'm the man of the house. Don't you think it's more normal for you to quit your job? You're the woman, of course, so it wouldn't look so bad if you did.
This whole thing is completely one-sided, Anthony. Are we even going to have a proper discussion about this? This is so cruel. Can't you just listen to how I feel about this?
There's no room for discussion. I've already made the decision, so there's no point in complaining about it. So with that, from now on, you're taking care of my mother, and that's final. Also, just because you need to take care of her, it doesn't mean you can cut corners with the housework, alright? As my wife, it's your duty to serve your husband's family. It's only natural that I ask that of you.
Well, you couldn't sink any lower than what you just said to me, Anthony. I thought it was impossible that you'd act like this towards me. It would have been nice if you'd given me the time to talk all this out with you. I guess you're just going to make me do all this now.
Oh my god. Today has also been so exhausting. I still haven't finished up at work. I envy you so much right now. You can just laze about at home since you're a housewife. You've got such an easy, laid-back life. Just living off the money that I earn and work tirelessly for. With that, I bring that home to you every month. It's like you're a blood-sucking parasite.
Would you please cut it out, Anthony? Is this what it's going to be like between us day after day whilst you work and I'm here? What do you even want me to say to that? You're the one that wanted me to do this, didn't you? You're the one who wanted me to quit my job and take care of my mother-in-law when I shouldn't be the one who does. Of all things, I can't stand being called a parasite.
Oh, come on, Madison. It's all okay. You're a housewife who can be at home and not stress out about anything. I'm the one making money because I need to.
Do you really think that I'm not stressed over anything whilst I'm at home?
Hey, you've been relaxing at home all this time, so what's there to stress about? I would think that you're having fun, Madison.
Fun? Are you serious, Anthony? The only time I have to relax is the moment when my head hits the pillow and I can go to bed and sleep. You are the person that asked me to take care of your mother in the first place. Of course it was going to be a huge task to take on and a stressful one at that. Also, Why are you being so sarcastic when you're saying I'm having fun? Why would you say that when it's not true?
But isn't it so nice to be a full-time housewife, my dear?
You wanted me to quit my job, but you continue with your sarcasm and treat me like crap every day. I'm so fed up with your attitude, Anthony. What if I started acting like that towards you, huh?
If I was living a life like yours, it would be so awesome. I envy you for only having to care for someone and live off someone else. You're just a human-sized parasite that's mooching off me. So stop being an arrogant woman.
Okay. If you envy me so much, how about we try swapping duties so you're at home and I go to work?
Whoa, really? For real? I feel so incredibly lucky right now.
Yeah, for real. I'm down to do that. Let's just switch positions. You can quit your job so that you can stay at home, and I'll go back to work and earn money for us.
That's such a god-tier suggestion, my dear. Do you really think that you'll be able to make enough money to keep us afloat? Oh no. You know what? I just wanted to quit my job already. I'll take you up on that offer. This is great.
You seem overjoyed, Anthony. All right. From now on, you can take care of your mother and the housework. I would very much appreciate that.
Okay, gotcha. So, I'll just quit my job today then.
Oh, what? Really? You're going to quit today? Are you sure that's what you want to do?
What's up? Do you want to do all of this by yourself or something?
That's not what I mean, Anthony. When I had to take care of your mother, I just immediately quit my job. Since smashing all this out might not work, why don't you just take a break instead of quitting altogether? It would be better to just take a month off under the care for parents leave that you have.
That means I'm only making a half-hearted decision about all of this. If I've been given the chance to quit, then I'm going to quit my job and stay at home. Besides, anyone can be a full-time housewife. The only thing my mother does is sleep all day, so I don't have a huge amount of work with her. I'll have so much free time that I'll have no idea what to do with myself.
Yes, that's somewhat true. I suppose it would be fine to just do what you please. Of course, I can't guarantee anything. Having to do housework and look after an elderly person is harder than you think.
Yeah, whatever you say, dear. Even if you somewhat try to throw me off the idea of quitting with your words, it's a waste of time. I'm going to quit and come back home. Today, I'm going to quit and I'm not looking back. Can't take back what I said now.
I see. Well then, I'll go back to working like I did before.
Will you be able to get back into the workforce so easily, though? You're just a girl.
I was in a technical position before I quit, so I can go back to it without any problems. You're so hyped up about this now, but you'll soon realize the reality of it all. Don't forget that I advised you on that, all right?
Madison, what time are you going to come home?
Well, I still haven't finished work yet, Anthony.
You need to hurry up, finish your work, and come home this instant. I can't do this anymore. It's impossible.
Why? Of course you can make dinner for us, can't you?
You're talking about dinner right now? Are you trying to mess with me or something? I've come to the conclusion that doing all this work is completely impossible. Don't you get how hard it is to look after someone?
I understand everything you're saying, Anthony. However, did you say that you've got a lot of time to do that 2 weeks ago?
It's not like when you were at home, though. Things are entirely different now.
I don't think things have changed that drastically from 2 weeks ago. The only thing that's changed in these last 2 weeks is our duties at work and home, no?
That's enough out of you about this. You need to get back home now.
I'm tired from working all day. Do you really think I want to come back home and do all the housework as well? Don't you understand that I want you to take care of your own mother?
What are you talking about?
While you were working, did you not think that it would be better for you to look after her than me since she's your mother? You're not trying to make me do things that you don't want to do, are you?
But it would be nice if you could help me out. If you asked me for help when you were at home, I would have done that for you.
Is that so? I don't remember ever you being at home when I asked for help. You weren't there at all. I knew something like this would come up eventually.
What's that supposed to mean? What are you trying to say?
I didn't think you're suited to either housework or taking care of people. I thought it would stress you out to the max. You came to that conclusion faster than I could have possibly imagined.
If you knew that, then why didn't you tell me? What the heck?
I thought I did tell you something along those lines, though.
I guess it doesn't matter anymore. You now get what I'm going through. I'm already so tired from doing so much, Madison. You should be doing what you're good at. Nursing people and doing all the housework are a woman's job after all. So with saying that, we'll go back to our original roles.
I refuse to go back to doing housework and looking after your mother.
Excuse me? What did you just say to me?
I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. But I'm very active at work and I'm doing well in my job. You look down on me as a useless woman who can only be good at doing stuff at home. To tell you straight, I am needed in my job, and I like it.
So what are you trying to say? So what's going to happen?
Listen to me then. I was happy when you wanted to switch roles as I wanted to continue working. You convinced me to swap with you, and that's what I did. What I didn't need in my life is not to have a job when you told me to quit and take care of your mother. You started all of this.
What? Me? What did I even do to you?
In fact, until now, you've been doing nothing but talk bad about what I'm trying to do and looking down on me as nothing but a slave. You can't do all these things that I did by yourself, can you? Up until now, you've just been throwing commands at me left, right, and center with such a sense of arrogance. Did you think that you could increase the amount of time you've been spending on cheating or something?
Huh? What are you bringing up about me cheating? I don't get it.
I'm sorry, but caring for your mother and doing the housework is harder than you think it is. From the very beginning, I thought that it was something that you couldn't do very well. You couldn't even last 2 weeks, Anthony.
That's enough! Stop hassling me so much, Madison! Stop making a fool out of me! It's not funny! I'm good at my job. I just want to go back to how it was before. I'd rather work than be here. I think I'll go crazy if I had to stay at home all the time. You should be able to take care of someone way easier than I would, since you're a woman.
Even if it's your own mother. Yes, you should. Soon enough, you'll be nothing but a stranger to me. Do you really think that there's a need for me to take care of her?
Excuse me? What do you mean I'll be a stranger?
Oh, I forgot to mention this. By the way, you quit your job, right? Say you want to go back now to that job. Do you think you'll be able to go back to it soon?
What you're saying is complete and utter gibberish, Madison. Of course I could. I was a competent employee who always went above and beyond to do the best work possible.
But when you quit your job, nobody stopped you from doing so, right?
What the heck? What's that got to do with anything that I'm wanting to do now, in the present? I've been working non-stop for the past 5 years. Surely I'll be able to return.
Well, that must be such a relief for you. Even if you were to get rid of me, would you be able to live on your own from now on?
Huh? Get rid of you? What's that supposed to mean?
I just don't feel like dealing with you anymore after the way you've looked down on me as a woman. There's no point in being married, so I was intending on getting a divorce from you. I also have proof of you cheating on me, so I can file for a divorce right away.
No, wait, what? Madison? What are you talking about? You seriously think I'm cheating on you or something?
I'm also going to file a claim to get alimony after you, since you've been having an affair. I would get ready for that if I were you.
Now hold up a minute. Alimony? Divorce? What the heck are you saying right now? You can't do that to me. I'm your husband. Even though I quit my job and switched roles from you, you still would want to divorce me? Aren't you being a bit selfish here?
Who's the one being selfish here? I think it's you, you piece of trash. You said you wanted to switch roles, didn't you? Even so, I wanted to go back to the way it was before I had to care for your mother because I wasn't doing so well. Didn't I discuss this with you?
What did you discuss with me? I don't even remember that at all.
First, I advised you on not to quit your job and to just try and take a break. But you just went and quit, didn't you?
That's right, yes, but everything's fine now. There's absolutely no issues. I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear you talk about divorce. If you were going to get a divorce from me, I wouldn't have quit my job.
But I told you now that I would divorce you. Do I have to keep explaining my reasons to you over and over again? I was waiting for the perfect time to get proof of your cheating scandal, and now that time has come. I'm actually looking forward to divorcing you.
What? You're looking forward to it? Are you nuts? But you were just a housewife!
Of course. But I wanted to continue working, and then all of a sudden you designated me to being your mother's caregiver when I didn't want to be. You forced me to quit my job. I was desperately wanting out of it, as it was something so unfamiliar to me, and all you did was look down on me. Then you go and have an affair behind my back. My love for you is officially worn out.
What affair are you on about, Madison? There's nothing going on!
I guess it's just a waste of time trying to even tell you about how I feel right now. I've got all the evidence I need. Here. My love for you has gone cold, and I never want to see your face again. I'm going to divorce you, and I will claim my alimony from you, all right?
Are you seriously going to go through with what you said? But I want to go back to my job!
If you can go back, then why don't you just try to go back? Even though you're saying all this to me, you'll still be in a lot of trouble.
What about the nursing care for my mom? If I want to go back to work, who will be able to look after my mom?
Isn't that a problem that you need to deal with yourself? You're just a nobody to me now, Anthony. Sorry, not sorry. Why don't you just hire someone to care for her and you go back to work? Please stop using me to solve all your problems. I'm so over it. You'll need to hire a lawyer while you're at it and secure the money that you need to give me. The divorce proceedings are definitely going to fall in my favor.
Just wait up a second and calm down, so we can talk about all this quietly.
Oh, don't worry, I'm calm. I just want what I'm owed by you since you've put me through a lot of hardship. Considering how you've treated me so far, it's only natural for me to act cold towards you, isn't it? On that note, good luck, you piece of trash that's got nothing going for him. It's such a shame that you couldn't enjoy your job as a stay-at-home husband. In the end, Madison refused to give up on what she wanted, and it seems that she got her divorce from Anthony. After that, one day, he tried to quickly return to work. He was laughed at by his boss and was originally subjected to being laid off. It was clearly told to him that he couldn't return to his original job. He's currently looking for a job while also taking care of his mother. He used his savings to pay for the alimony. That meant he couldn't afford to hire a caregiver and was always super busy. It's said that he's aged considerably in such a short span of time. On the other hand, Madison's enjoying her job again, and it seems she also enjoys living alone. It seems that Anthony was the one that got in trouble after the divorce was finalized. Even though he's only just realized his reality now, it's too late to go back.
Livia, there happens to be quite an age difference between you and Ronan, huh? I was surprised when I saw your face. You both look really similar to one another in age, but I suppose Ronan still looks good enough to be my husband and all, right?
Harley, what are you trying to say about us? It's a bit weird of you to start texting your husband's sister about all of this. For some reason, I'm getting the idea that you're trying to talk crap to me, yet I'm not sure why you'd want to do something like that with me.
Huh? I'm not trying to talk crap about anything. I'm just trying to talk about how your brother and you seem to look really alike, and I mean that in terms of you really look like a man at your age. Is that not embarrassing for you?
You have no right to be asking me something as rude as that, then. I'm not really sure what you're trying to get at here, but you're starting to upset me, so would you please stop? Do you have any reason to be asking me a question like that? Are you going to get any use from my answer?
You plan on coming to the wedding, right? Having you come to the wedding looking like that is, don't you feel that you'll be embarrassing your little brother?
Embarrass Ronan. So you want to make fun of me that badly? What do you think you have that allows you to make fun of me like that? Tell me what has led you to treat me this way.
Oh, geez, nothing's led me to this, actually. But if you were to come to my wedding looking the way you do, then I might have a reason to start hating you more.
And how would me be going to my brother's wedding cause you to hate me more than you already do now? That doesn't make any sense to me.
What? Is that so? I'm sure it does make sense in a way. Naturally, I'd be pretty pissed off if you came.
I understand that you don't like the way I look, but what sense does it make to tell me to stay away from the wedding just because I look the way I do? I don't get it.
You're going to make those around me worry.
What do you mean?
If you look as ugly as you do, then this could mean that my kids will end up looking that bad as well, right? I don't want my family and friends to be worried about things like that. I want to keep you out of view from my family, and that's why I'm saying these things now. I wouldn't want people to start making rumors about you and I as well.
So you're telling me that just because I look like this, you're going to say all those things? I'm not too sure that I look that bad to begin with, so I think it would be wise to stop talking about me like that. I really don't get how you believe making fun of me like that is acceptable, especially when I'm your sister-in-law now.
Then let me tell it to you straight. My wedding has to be perfect. My dream is to have a perfect wedding for all my guests. Yet if you walked in there looking like you do, who's to say what everyone might start to think about me?
What everyone might think? I don't think anyone will care about how I look. I just plan to attend the wedding because I'm Ronan's sister.
I'm going to have to become family to some ugly chick. And to make it all worse, you're not even married. You're going to be like some heavy baggage to this family. I feel so bad for myself. You have to understand what I'm saying here, right? That's why I hate the idea of you being there. Don't come, please.
So you're saying you don't want me to come to that wedding to protect your image?
Well, that's right. You understand me, right?
I'm not going to deal with this. I don't even get how you became this awful of a person, Harley. I suggest that from now on you think about what you have to say before you speak, or else you might be tying the very noose that'll hang you.
It's crazy that even after all those warnings I gave you, you still rolled up to my wedding. Are you looking to be embarrassed or something?
Harley, don't you think it's time you gave all that up? I'm at this wedding today to meet with my family and friends, as well as enjoy my brother's wedding. You do not have any right to be stopping me from doing all that.
Shut up already, you ugly woman.
So you're still going to come at me with those rude phrases?
You're my sister-in-law, so how about you shut up and listen? Do you really want to embarrass both yourself and your cute little sister-in-law? I'm married to a very successful doctor now who happens to be your little brother. I will not let you ruin our very special day today with those looks of yours.
I happen to be a doctor myself, you know.
And I'm a woman who's been chosen to be the wife of a doctor. I've already gone and bragged about this to all my family and friends, therefore I have to have the most perfect wedding today. I really can't imagine having some ugly family member here ruining my dream right now, yet it seems to already be happening.
You really need to calm yourself down, Harley.
Before Ronan's boss gets here, I want you gone. You aren't any family worth our time and success anymore, so get lost. We don't have all day to wait for you to leave, so get on with it, you disgraceful hag.
If you're really going to say things like that, then I guess I understand the kind of person you really are deep down.
So you finally learned your place in this family? You don't want to ruin your brother's wedding today by being here, right? If you really do understand what I'm asking and saying, then shut up and go home. This is for the best when it comes to everyone here. It's a frickin' disgrace to have an ugly woman like you at this wedding. The owner of that hospital Ronan works at is coming really soon and will be giving a speech for us. So go already.
Are you sure things will be fine without me here?
Of course they will be.
I see. Guess I'm going home then. Take care of my brother for me.
You'd better be gone by the time the owner gets on stage to give that speech. I don't want to start getting physical with you or anything like that today.
I see that you're so happy to be ordering me to leave like that, but you're going to regret all of that real soon, you know.
I have zero reason to regret any of this.
Well then, I'll be doing as you've asked and heading home now. After this, I don't think you and I will ever be talking to one another again. So please take good care of my brother today.
Things have gotten really bad here. Livia! Hey, Livia! Where are you right now? Answer your phone already!
So now that your wedding is kicked off, you probably learned about the person that I am.
Why did you never tell me about this? Livia, you're the owner of that hospital?
That's right. And I've already gone home, so whatever you're going to ask for, it's already too late.
What? You really went home already? But you couldn't have gone that far, right? Come back here without making it seem obvious that you left. Please?
Huh? Why do I have to go back to the wedding now?
Because you're supposed to be the main guest at this wedding today. Everyone is excited to meet you and are patiently waiting around for you to come out and give that speech. Actually, because you're not here, we aren't really able to do anything else. Come back here right now.
Come on, even if you figured that all out now and want to text me about it, I don't want to come back.
Why not? I didn't know about who you were is all. If you're going to be the one that everyone is looking forward to seeing today, then of course you can be at my wedding. I never actually thought someone like you could be the hospital owner.
I actually have something to ask you. Why did you not know who I was? My dad ended up changing his position 2 years ago and I was made the new owner. And now my dad is the chairman. Could that mean that my brother never told you anything about this?
Wait, well, now that you mention all of that, I do feel as though he explained all of that before. But I wasn't really listening to him at the time. I didn't think you could be the hospital owner. And I just assumed that until Ronan would become the next owner, someone else was running the show that nobody knew about. Maybe your guys' uncle or something.
Wow. All of that seems to be just some wild dream you had. I'm the hospital owner, and today was the day I would be giving the speech and be considered the most important guest at your wedding. You never went and checked on something like that even before the wedding?
I never had a look at the name of the person giving the speech today. All I knew was that the owner would be coming and giving that speech.
So you never heard anything about me coming?
That's correct. Even Ronan just said that the hospital's owner would be coming. He never said that the hospital owner was going to be you, of all people.
I'm sure that's right. He works under me after all and probably forgot to refer to me as his sister instead of as the owner. But you should have still been aware that I am the current owner of the hospital. He had to have brought that up with you at some point before today. I assume myself that you knew who I was this whole time even.
Well, I'm telling you now that I had no idea. I never meant to be mean to you about any of that.
You never meant to. Even though you were calling me ugly all of that time without any restraint.
I didn't mean to say all that.
Realize this, Harley. It's one thing that I'm the owner your husband is working for. But before you even knew about that, you knew that I've been your husband's older sister. You have joined my family, and now you should consider me something like your older sister yourself, right? Yet you seem to not bother with that knowledge whatsoever and still continued saying very rude things to me. And today you kicked me out of your guys' wedding, all so that your image wouldn't be harmed. Even just thinking about all of this has made me give up on you completely.
Don't give up on me. Please, right now things are starting to become tense here. If you don't come back here now, your brother will even find out what's happened. Please, come back to the wedding and sneak in for me right now.
You really want me to? Tell me then, what's in it for me? What merits are there that would make me want to come back to your wedding?
What? Merits? What are you trying to ask there? What merits?
Just a little while ago, you went all out on me in order to get me to leave, right? Don't you feel as though you're being a little rash right now by asking me to come back there after all those hurtful things you said to me? If there's something in it for me, then I might think about coming back. But I'm thinking there's not one merit to going back there.
The merit to all this is that you'll be able to get closer to me.
That's a lot of confidence you have there. It's quite strange to think that something as unfortunate as that would be a merit for me. Honestly, I'm planning to cut ties to you completely here soon.
What? What do you mean cut ties to me?
You went ahead and really did it by being extremely rude to someone you barely even knew. Did you actually want me to stick around to be your family member? Because I remember you saying that I'm like heavy baggage to the family. And I don't even view you as family anymore. All you are to me now is the idiot witch that my little brother decided to tie the knot with.
Hold on a second. Don't you think you're being a little too harsh?
I just spoke with my brother about why I'm not there. He just asked me where I'd gone and I had to tell him the truth.
What? You're lying, right? What did you tell him? You never said anything unnecessary, right?
And what would you consider to be unnecessary? Because if you consider the truth unnecessary, then I might have just done that. What I said is that you continued to call me ugly and that you didn't want me at your wedding. And that for the longest time now you've gone out about how me coming to your wedding would cause problems for everyone. I'd had enough of your crap and left before the wedding even started. That's what I told him.
Hold on. You actually said all of that to him? Saying things like that about what happened to him will get him all upset, right?
Having someone as calm as Ronan get upset will most likely spell the end for you.
What have you done? It's going to be your fault that his wedding is ruined. Ronan's going to lose his mind knowing about all that now. And that will lead to this whole wedding being canceled because of it.
And that would be considered getting what you asked for, right?
What I asked for? What?
Everything that you were saying to me all this time, it's all coming back to bite you in the butt now. How come you don't understand that? This is what you were asking for, right? Why are you getting all worked up over the fruits of your labor now?
But wait, had you just explained to me yourself that you're the owner of that hospital and that you happen to be Ronan's boss, then none of this would be happening. Had you not said any of that useless crap to Ronan about me, then he would have never found out, right? This is all your fault, Livia. Don't you get that right now?
When are you going to shut up? Listening to you go on and on is so stupid that I'm actually starting to laugh.
What? Why do you say that?
First thing you should understand is that all of those stupid and heartless things you were saying to me all pissed me off. And that then led to my brother getting pissed off. It doesn't matter anymore that I told him the truth or not. It never did, actually. All of this was because of those things that you said to me. Those horrible, cruel things.
But even if I was saying those things to you, you knew there was a reason for all of it.
Your reason being that you were trying to protect your image doesn't mean anything to me when you're that selfish about everything. I don't care about any of that. So there. I really do think that someone like you, who would talk that awfully to your own family and ask them to leave your wedding because they will ruin your image, should not be married to a doctor at all. But that's just my thinking.
What? Wait, Ronan just said that the wedding is being canceled. Did you say something else to him that made him want all of this?
I didn't say anything else to him. I believe he's made a choice based off of what you did to me. Well, then it really sucks that you weren't able to have that perfect dream wedding of yours. Now, don't you ever come around me again.
Wait, Livia! I just wanted to be happy today. Please come back here and fix things between Ronan and I.
You can have the most pretty looking face in the world, but with a soul as rotten as yours, you're never going to become happy, I think. In the end, the wedding between Harley and Ronan was cancelled, and I'd like to say that that's the best outcome. Harley ended up bawling her eyes out after that and was trying to plead and beg for the wedding to go on. Ronan told her he could never actually get married to someone who would go and make horrible statements like she'd made about a family member. And that right there spelled the end of them two for having a future together. Harley then tried coming to me and getting her on her hands and knees to apologize for what she'd done, but there was no way I would listen to her anymore. After ignoring her final attempt at having things fixed up for herself, she was left sitting in despair. I'm sure she has no idea what she's going to do next with her life now, but I bet it'll do a lot of sitting in her house depressed, waiting for someone to come over and save her. This was the depressing life that she kept asking for when she made fun of my looks and said that I would be a heavy baggage for the family, and now she's going to have to live with it. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you in the next story.
Hey, you no-good, grubby little leech. I want to know just how long you plan on surviving off of all my dad's hard work. Don't you realize we'd all be so much happier if you just got out of our lives? I haven't heard from you in so long, and this is the way you break the silence? I feel like you've been completely ignoring me around the house as well, you know. I really don't know what's gotten into you, but I'm starting to get a bit sick of it. I mean, you're not even cooking the meals that I'm making for you anymore. And just who do you think you are talking to me as if you're my real mom, huh? You really need to remember your place in this family, you parasite. I'm sorry that you don't like the way I worded things, but I don't see how anything I said was false. I don't care what's true and what's false. I just know that I want you out of our lives. I really don't understand. Why are you coming to me and saying all of this all of a sudden? It's not so sudden for me. I know that my dad and I are going to be just fine on our own. We don't need some outsider leeching off of my family's wealth anymore. I'm sorry you feel this way about me, but maybe you should talk about these feelings with your father first. Then maybe we could all talk about this together with each other. Maybe your dad would even agree to move out and take you somewhere. And just why would my dad have to do something like that, huh? It's his house. If anyone should have to leave, it should be you. I really think that you should talk to your father about this before we carry on with this talk. Besides, I make $100,000 a year. What am I leeching off of anyone? I think you just want me out of the house is all. But what I don't get is what you think you're going to gain by doing so. What am I going to gain? Well, that should be obvious. I'll finally be ridding my family of a disgusting parasite that's been living off of us for years. Even Dad is getting sick of having you around. He's always talking about how he has to work all day, but you always spend all of his money. Meanwhile, you hardly leave anything for him to spend on himself. Did your dad really say that? Even about him having to work every day? Well, it's true, isn't it? You're always coming and going to and from the house whenever you want, but Dad only ever goes to work and comes home, and that's all he has time for. And it's all your fault. You keep a short leash and don't let him live his life the way he wants. I hate what you're doing to him. Tina, I really think that you need to get a grip and reassess the situation. And I don't say that for my sake, but for yours, okay? Just what do you know, huh? Don't pretend as if you know what I want. I know that you're a selfish woman who only ever does things for herself. That's why I want you out of our lives forever. I am trying to tell you that you're making a mistake here. You really need to go and talk to your dad about this. He can explain it all. Let me go and talk to him for a moment, and then I'll come back to you, okay? Can you please just give it a rest already with what you say to Tina?
What the heck are you talking about? I don't really care, but can you lend me some money? I'm almost through my budget for the month, and I need more. Come on. You know that you don't give me enough anyways. Just give me a little more.
You want even more money? What happened to all that I gave you already? How did you spend it all so quickly? Anyways, we're going to be talking about money after I say what I came here to say. You need to have a real conversation with your daughter and tell her the truth about what's going on. The more you put that off, the worse my relationship gets with her. I am tired of her talking down to me, insulting me, and treating me like an idiot because of you, Todd. I am seriously starting to reach my limit. Do you understand me?
I don't know what you want me to do. She's your daughter now, too, you know. Go be a good mom and learn how to control your children better.
Control her? Todd, she's already 17 years old. This isn't about controlling her, it's about giving her the information she needs to make her own decisions about life. You have to stop lying to her and telling her false information. She blames me for every single problem we have. It isn't fair that I should be the one taking all of the heat because you don't want to step up and tell her the truth. All of this would be solved if you weren't such a coward.
I will talk to Tina about my life when I'm good and ready to. Okay?
No, not when you're ready to. Now. You've been saying, when I'm ready, for years now. Don't you realize how this is affecting us as a whole family?
Yeah, of course. I know all that. And if you just give me a little more money, I'll really think about saying something. I promise. Now come on. I'm seriously down to my last few dollars. You've got to give me something.
You really are just the worst. Do you realize that, Todd? Hey there, Anna. I see that you've left for the day. You know that you don't need to bother coming back home ever, right? And just what is that supposed to mean? And since when did you start calling me by my first name? I mean that if you're already out of the house, you should stay out. All you do is make things worse, so just keep away. If you have something you want to say to me, why don't you just come out and say it? Well, I actually sent off the divorce papers for you and Dad. That means that you and him don't need to live together anymore. Dad and I are going to live together, and you'll have to go and figure out your own life. So you really did send the divorce papers for your father and I? And just how did you manage to get away with doing something like that? Well, you probably had no idea about this, but Dad had already printed out the divorce papers and kept them in his desk. I happened to see where he put them one day when he tried to hide them from me, and so I dug them out while he was away. I saw that he had already signed his name all where it needed to be. I really do need to thank Dad for being so prepared. So then you sent out divorce papers that your dad had already signed without telling either of us? I have to say that I am shocked at you. And since you don't even have a job, you probably won't be able to find a place to live now, too. I warned you that you should do a little more research into this before acting, but are you sure you really want me out of the house? Of course I am! This is what I've been waiting for forever! I feel like I'm having a dream come true! I'm finally getting to squash the horrible leech that's been on the side of my family for years. I feel at ease. It's like a great burden has been lifted off of our shoulders and the sun has come out after a rainy day. Just the thought of you being cold and homeless on the street is bringing me so much joy! Well, if this is what you really want, good luck, I guess. The one who's going to need luck is you! Whatever you say. I guess I'll take my leave from the house then. But I just have one last thing that I think you should know before I leave. And what last pathetic words do you have to say to me? I'm not the one who doesn't have a job. That would be your father. Wait, what is that supposed to mean? I mean that you said your father told you that he goes to work every day. That's a lie. All he does is spend his days at the casino wasting our money. Wait a second, you expect me to believe that? That's just ridiculous. Why would Dad lie to me about working? And why would he be spending all day gambling? I suppose this really is the first you're hearing about all of this then. But it's true. I'm afraid that everything your father said about me was just to protect his own reputation in your eyes, Tina. I don't get what you mean. This doesn't make any sense. Why would he need to worry about his reputation with me? I don't know. You should ask what he would have to gain by belittling me in front of you like he has been. He wanted you to take his side in everything. And you fell for it like a sucker. You defended him no matter what I tried to say, and you believed every lie he told you about me. No, this doesn't make any sense. You better start explaining yourself right this moment. In that case, one other thing you should know is that no matter how much your father put me down, he never wanted to throw me out of the house. And yet little did he know that he was pushing you to do just that to me with all of his lies about me being jobless. No, this can't be right. You're just trying to lie to me because you realize that you're getting kicked out. Well, I'm not listening. You're just some crazy old jealous loser. You can believe me or not. It won't really make any difference. But the truth is that I was giving your father money every month. He hasn't made his money in a long time, and yet you listened to everything he had to say about me. You really don't know when to stop all this, do you? I already said that I'm not listening to a word that you have to say anymore. Again, you are more than welcome to ignore all that I'm saying. But quite frankly, I've had enough of you two as well. But soon you'll be an adult, and you'll have to take responsibility for taking care of yourself. And then you'll have to choose whether to keep living with your father or go out on your own. I've actually learned how to take care of myself for a while now. We don't need you in our life anymore, so just beat it. Well, okay. But you do realize that if I leave, that means I won't be supporting you or your father anymore, right? There you go again, making up more lies. What support have you ever given? You really think that I'm going to fall for that? You act like you've given Dad and I everything when all you've done is taken. I know you're lying, so just stop it already. I'm not trying to upset you, Tina. I really am just trying to warn you. I just hope you don't regret what you're doing. Just shut up already, you old hag. Don't pretend like you're all that when you're really nothing. I never, ever want to see you again. You were never my mother, and I'm glad you're gone. Don't ever think of me as your daughter again. As of today, you're nothing to me. We are complete strangers. Okay then, I understand. I am not your mother, and you are not my daughter. Now, please don't come to me for anything else. Hey! Pick up the phone when I'm calling you, you stupid old witch! Can't you tell that your daughter is panicked? I'm sorry, but I'm in the middle of work right now. Besides, I thought that you said you were going to stop calling me. But you were telling the truth about everything! I know that. What of it? Well, so now I finally know that you were. Please, you have to come back home to us. Dad is so mad all the time. I need your help. I really have no idea what you're talking about. Besides, I don't even have a daughter. What do you mean? How can you say that? I didn't. You did. You told me to never think of you as my daughter again. So I'm sorry that you're having a rough time right now, lady, but that doesn't have anything to do with me. Anyways, goodbye. Hold on a second. Is this supposed to be some kind of joke? I'm your daughter. You can't just walk away from me. I'm sorry, but I've already told you that I don't have a daughter. We're just strangers to each other, remember? Wait, no, you're not really going to abandon me, are you? I didn't know Dad doesn't make any more. And he's so mad at me for sending the divorce papers. He's so scary and angry all the time now. I don't understand what happened. So I guess you finally understand the kind of man your father is now. What do you mean by that? I mean that I was always trying to protect you from him, but maybe that was my mistake. Because he took advantage of that and lied to you about me instead. But I had no idea he was that kind of person. I thought that my dad was kind and sweet, and what should I do now? He doesn't have money, he doesn't work, he doesn't do anything but gamble and drink. I suppose you'd better find a job and start working then. But I'm still in high school. I could only work a part-time job at best, and I have no idea how I'm supposed to go to college at this rate. Yeah, and to think you wouldn't have had to take out any loans if I was still around. What do you mean? You're not going to send me to college either? Well, I had a whole college fund saved up for my daughter, but since we're no longer family, I'm afraid that I can't pass that on to you. So I'm afraid the only option left for you now is to work for your money. Mom, please, you have to help me! Please don't call me Mom. I already told you that I don't have any children. You and I are nothing to each other now, and I owe you nothing. You wanted it this way despite my attempts to warn you, and now you need to take responsibility. You're almost 18, so consider this your first real life lesson. But I had no idea that Dad was lying to me. This isn't fair! How was I supposed to know that you were making all the money in our house? I tried to tell you the truth over and over again, but you just refused to listen to me. Well, then can I at least come and live with you? I hate living with Dad. He's so scary all the time. I'm so sorry for everything that I said to you. I'm afraid that I have a policy against letting strangers stay in my house. Besides, how do I know that you won't just fall into your old ways of looking down on me and insulting me all the time? But I need your help! I don't know what else to do! Well then, take your first step as an adult and figure out what to do. Good luck, stranger! In the end, Tina realized that I was only ever trying to tell her the truth, and that it was her father who was lying to her this whole time. It was quite a shock for her to realize this, and she fell into a deep depression afterwards. Shocked by learning about her father's true nature and forced to start working to take care of herself, Tina ended up dropping out of high school and working to sustain herself and her father. She tried to message me asking for help, but I had already blocked her on everything by then. I do plan on stepping in to help her eventually, but if I'm going to pour all my money and heart into raising her, I think Tina needs to learn some lessons about the real world before I put her back on track.
Mia, what's this about you coming to visit this weekend? I don't remember giving my permission for you to come. What do you even want? This isn't a holiday coming up, so there's no reason for you to lounge around my house. Don't you understand that you are just a stranger? You can't just pop by every time you feel like it. You should be more considerate about other people's convenience, you know. Stranger? I get that you don't like me, but I've been married to Tom for 3 years now. You could at least accept that I'm your daughter-in-law. Anyway, it's not like I decided that I wanted to visit either. I already know that my presence bothers you, so if I could avoid going, I would. I'm just visiting because I've been invited to come, and it would be rude to keep on declining. Can't we at least be civil for the sake of the loved ones around us? Tom says that he wants to watch the baseball game with his dad, and I'm just tagging along because Ted wants to see me too. Is it really that big a deal? I would understand the overreaction if I was bothering you every weekend, but I've tried to keep my distance in my own way, and I've only gone to visit when Ted really insists that I come see you both. Even then, you still make a fuss about how I'm being so selfish and how I'm in the way. In the first place, I don't understand why you hate me so much and what I've done wrong. I've tried to be as sympathetic as possible, but to be honest, it's getting really tiring.
The problem is that you don't know your place. I don't like the fact that you act as though you're part of our family when you come to visit, even though you don't belong here. You need to be more aware of the fact that you are just a stranger. And yet you come to my house, eat the food I've prepared as though it's all a matter of course. Even though the food I've made is meant for family, not for outsiders like you. It annoys me to no end that you think you can waltz and lounge around my house as though it's your own. I don't understand the nerve. How on earth your parents raised you, I have no idea. But they've clearly failed to raise you into a responsible and considerate adult. I wish I could give them a tip or two about how they should have brought you up, but even if I did that, it's much too late. No amount of discipline can change your horrible attitude now.
I think it's weirder that you refuse to accept me as part of your family, even though I'm married to your son.
I thought marriage was supposed to bring people, two families, together. Not make me feel as though I'm unworthy of being treated equally. What do you expect me to do? I've offered to help out with the cooking before, but you refuse to let me touch anything as though I'm contaminated or something. So what should I try next? Bring my own packed lunch when we're supposed to be having a family dinner? Should I sit on the floor instead of sitting at the table when we're eating? If that'll please you, I'd be happy to do so. It'd be a lot easier to do all those things instead of having to suffer the silent treatment and glares you give me. But I'm sure that doing those things will raise a lot of eyebrows among the other family members that are attending, and Ted is much too kind to let me do any of that. So I think your only choice is to accept that I'm family and try to get along with me like I've been trying to do with you. Let's be civil, for Tom and Ted's sake.
Why can't you understand that your defiant attitude is the problem? You're always so sarcastic and bossy, and it gets on my nerves. You need to show more respect towards your elders, especially to the mother of your own husband.
If we're talking about sarcastic and bossy, I think you'd win by a mile.
That's the attitude I'm talking about. You should listen to yourself speak. I've never met someone with so much cheek. On top of that, you're always turning up with Tom and getting in the way of our family time. Why can't you let him come home to visit by himself and leave us in peace? Don't you feel guilty for coming between a mother and her son? Honestly, the way you act tells me that the only thing you think about is yourself. You are a selfish woman, and I knew it was a mistake to let Tom marry you.
I know that you don't want me visiting, so I try and avoid going as much as I can, too. But whenever I say that I can't make it to a dinner or a gathering, Ted always offers to change the date to one that's more convenient for me, saying that he wants everyone included. If you want me to stop coming, I hope you understand that you'll have to explain why I can't come to your husband first. Unlike you, he actually treats me like an actual daughter and wants to see all of us together. The more I say no to Ted, the more he worries that I don't feel welcome, which is actually true, but of course, I don't have the heart to tell that to his face. He's not the reason why I don't feel like I belong with you at all. And Melissa is a great little sister. She is the best sister-in-law I could have ever hoped for, and she seems like she's really fond of me too. I consider you all an important part of my life with Tom, and I want to spend time with Ted and Melissa too. I don't see why there's a problem with me visiting every now and again.
I'm telling you that you're not just visiting my home. You're getting in the way of my quality time with my family. You should be more aware of the trouble you're causing us. You're just a stranger, so don't act so friendly with my husband and daughter. You can't seriously think that they actually like you. They just say all those things because they have to keep up appearances. You don't even understand that, do you? So you think that you can barge your way into my home on the weekend? Don't make me repeat myself. You don't belong here. You've got nerve, thinking that you have the right to invade our personal space.
I understand that you really aren't listening to anything I say, and don't even care to try. If you really don't want me visiting your home this weekend, I'll try and figure out a way to avoid it. I'll have to talk to Tom, and he'll most likely be disappointed that I can't come with him. But I'll find a way for him to visit without me going with him. He was saying that he might want to drink while watching the game, so I was going to go with him so I could drive him home, but I guess that's out of the question.
Don't talk about him like he's a child. He can get there without your help. And of course he can drink all he wants. He was living here until he left for university, and his room is still available for him to sleep in. He can stay the night. This is Tom's home, not yours. It's a matter of course for him to come home, but there's no space for you to stay. I don't care what excuse you make, but I don't want you coming here. I don't remember giving birth to you, so I have no obligation to treat you like a daughter. You may be married to Tom, but that doesn't make any difference. I never liked you, and don't plan on trying. My son deserves Much better. So if anything, he should just stay here where he belongs, not with you.
I don't remember being raised by someone so overbearing either. I understand that you love Tom, but I love him too. And he chose to marry me, so you should respect his wishes too. I think that includes wanting us to get along.
I don't care about your reasoning. Tom clearly isn't thinking straight if he's chosen to spend the rest of his life with a woman like you. Anyway, I don't want you coming this weekend, but don't you dare talk to my husband behind my back. You'll regret it.
How am I supposed to explain the reason why I can't come if I don't talk to him?
You don't have to tell him. Just don't turn up. It's that simple. I don't know what you did to make him like you so much, but I'm sure that doing something like that will make it easier for him to realize that he made a mistake to trust you. It's been annoying seeing how doting he is of you, and I wish he would see that you're no good for Tom. I don't want you saying a word to Ted about anything I've said. I'm warning you. It'll be a pain if he starts thinking that I'm bullying you, or being mean when I'm just trying to fix that warped personality of yours.
I think anyone would agree that you're bullying me if they saw this conversation.
What did you say? I have done my best with you, and you dare say that I'm bullying you? You're such an ungrateful young woman. Really, what does Tom see in you?
No, it's nothing. I know that you're doing your best. Anyway, I'll talk to Tom about this weekend, so please don't get that upset. I won't talk to Ted either, and I'll have Tom give him an excuse for why I'm not with him. I understand that it's difficult for you to like me, but I'm trying my best to get on with you as well. Tom wishes we could be closer, but if we could at least accept each other's importance to him, I think it could be easier. Well, I'll have Tom let you know what happens. You know the trip to your parents' house we were planning for this weekend? I think I'll pass after all.
Huh? But I thought we already decided we would go together. Why did you change your mind all of a sudden? Did something come up at work? If it's not work, could you reschedule whatever it is for another day? I already told my dad that you're coming, so I can't tell him that you changed your mind. You know that he's really fond of you, and he'll be really disappointed if he hears you can't come this time either. And you know that it's important we see them this weekend.
I know he is. And I'm really happy that he's always so generous towards me. You and your sister always make me feel like I've actually joined your family, and I love them like my own family too. It's not work. It's just that your mom found out that I'm coming with you. And she started messaging me again. Your mom doesn't make any effort to change, even though I'm doing my best to be really patient with her. I think it's best to just keep my distance and let her have her territory. It's pretty obvious that I'm not wanted there, and I can't enjoy myself, let alone relax, if she's always so cold towards me. I want to get on better with her, but no matter what I do or say, she's always so critical and finds a problem to complain about. It's worse that she gets so jealous about me talking with Ted and Mel so normally.
Don't let her bother you so much. You've got all of us backing you up if she ever crosses the line. And besides, she's all bark and no bite. At the very least, she's been pretending to get along with you when you're with all of us, hasn't she? She cares too much about appearances to make a fuss in front of Dad.
Yeah, that's true. She's always making nasty comments when she messages me, but her personality changes completely when I meet her in person. It really makes me feel uneasy. And it makes it even more difficult to show you how horrible she really is to me. It's like it's all just my imagination until we leave and she starts messaging me about the things she must have been bursting to complain about.
You can always show me your conversations, you know. It'll make it easier for me to tell her to stop if I know exactly what she's saying to you. I don't know what she always messages you about, but she must just be craving attention. I know that you've already spent a lot of time trying to get to know her and find something you have in common, but she probably needs more time to accept that she doesn't have me to herself. She was always really overprotective of me, and now that she's feeling lonely, she's probably taking it out on you. That's not your fault. and it's wrong of her to do that. So if she does say anything when we go this weekend, tell me. I'll stop her, and won't let her say anything to you. So don't worry. You don't even have to talk to her. You can spend the day with me and Dad, and Mel will be there in the evening, so you can have her stick with you too. Also, I was hoping that we could take it easy and have a few drinks, so we might end up spending the night. Do you think you'll be okay with that?
What? You want to spend the night? No way! Even if there was a 1 in a million chance I'd be okay with it, there's no way your mom would be. Tom, I don't want to stay the night. I can already imagine the mood she'll be in the morning, and the way she'll grumble about the crease on my PJs, or that I used too much toothpaste, or that I didn't wake up early enough to help with making breakfast. I can't get anything right with her.
Please, Mia, I'm begging you. It's the first game of the season, and I don't want to miss it. Dad and I have been looking forward to this for months. I want to watch until the end, and I'll be drinking, so I can't drive us home. It'll be easier to just stay the night. Please? I won't make you come with me the next time I go to visit. You just have to visit this time, so we can give them the news.
I'll go. But I'll drive us home. That's what I always end up doing anyway. This time is no different to every other visit we've made.
You know why I don't want to make you do that. You'll be just as tired as I'll be. Maybe even more because of my mom's attitude, and because you're moving around for 2. Plus, the game might continue until late, and by the time it's over, it'll be pitch black outside. I don't want to risk anything, especially not now. You understand that, right?
Yeah, I know why you're worried. I don't want to risk anything either. All right, then will you promise me this? If your mom starts picking a fight, will you please come between us? I don't think I can handle any more stress from her. Even if I try and ignore her, she just starts name-calling and accusing me of being disrespectful. So you've got to stop her before I actually lose my temper with her.
Of course I won't. Leave it all to me. Even if she's my mom, I can't let her keep on hurting your feelings like this. She's got to understand that you deserve her respect too.
Thank you, honey. If you're that sure, then I'll trust you and I'll just focus on announcing the news on Sunday morning.
Are you an idiot? What the hell is wrong with you?
I think that's my line. I can't believe you would do something so stupid. I always thought that the way you were so two-faced towards me was off, but I never thought you would go this far. I hope you understand that I am never going back to your house ever again. I never want to see your face. I'm going home.
Go home for all I care. I'm glad you finally understand. You were never welcome here in the first place. There's no place for you here. Not for a woman like you, who thinks that she can use this house like it's her own home. You've got the audacity to lounge around my house. Who do you think you are? You better leave while my husband and son are still watching the game on TV. Honestly, there's something wrong with you. How you can walk around like you own the place is beyond me.
Excuse me? You're the one that's got something wrong with her. Do you even realize what you've done?
What did you say? How dare you speak to me like that? I deserve respect. I am your husband's mother. You can't talk to me like that. Take that back right now.
Respect? You think you deserve respect after the way you've treated me these past few years? After what you've done tonight? Respect is something that everyone deserves, but you don't even want to respect that your son chose to marry me. You don't even treat me like you should treat any acquaintance, even though we're supposed to be family. All I did tonight was try and use the bath, and you got mad and punched me in the stomach. You think I owe you respect? All you get is a restraining order with an attitude like that. There's something wrong with the sense of entitlement you have, and it's clear to anyone that you're in the wrong here. Maybe you should calm down and think about what you've done, and you'll realize that you've messed up. While you're at it, why don't you think of an apology? If it's sincere enough, maybe I'll rethink the order.
Oh, now you're showing your true colors.
I let you talk, and all you do is insult me. Apology? Why should I be apologizing to you? I haven't done anything wrong. You're the one that tried using the bath in my house, even though you're a stranger, without permission. What's wrong with me stopping you? It's my house.
Without permission? I only tried using the bath because Mel said I could use it before going to bed. I would never barge into someone else's bath without asking first. I was offered it. Also, I've used the bath in this house before and you didn't make such a big deal out of it then. And stopping me? With your fist? You can't just ask me not to use your bathroom like an adult? I would have just gone to bed without a bath if you had asked nicely, since I'm not as childish as you are. But instead, you came into the bathroom when I was changing, grabbed at me, and punched me. What is the matter with you? I can only think that you've got some serious issues that you need to sort out. Have you ever considered taking anger management classes? Because I'd be really grateful if you could start taking them.
If I had asked you not to use the bath, then it would make me seem like I was the bad person in that situation. You would have gone to complain to my son and husband that I was being mean to you and act like the victim. Don't you understand something that simple?
You're completely at fault in this situation regardless. I can't believe you could have done something so unacceptable. I can't take dealing with you anymore. I've been really patient with you, Sophia. But you've been way too horrible and much too rude. I'm not going to take any more disrespect. I don't think anyone can blame me for being so angry. To be honest, I don't think anyone could blame me if I hit you back involuntarily. But unlike you, I don't believe violence is the answer. I want you to be able to understand that what you did was wrong, and I would never be able to do that if I had acted on impulse and stooped down to your level.
Excuse me? I'm at fault. Even though you're the one that used my bath? How many times do I have to tell you that you're just a stranger in this house, and you don't get to use this house like the rest of us do? What's so bad about me disciplining you for not listening to what I said? You're like a dog that peed on the floor. You need to be taught a lesson.
A dog? My God. You're going to regret ever having said that, and ever having punched me.
What? Are you threatening me? What are you going to do? What on earth do you think you can do?
I'm really pissed off right now, so you better not test me. I'm going to tell your entire family what you did. There's no way Tom or Ted or Melissa will want to stay with you after they hear what you've done. I'm going to get my revenge for the way you treated me, and you're going to be a very lonely old woman.
Oh, really? Try it. There's nothing you can hold against me. They're my family, and there's no way that they'll choose you over me. I came first. Ted's my husband, and Tom and Melissa are my children. They'll support what I did, and they won't ever side with a stranger like you. Do you know why? Because they're not your family. You're just a stranger. This is my house and my family. I come first.
You know what? I've had enough talking sense into you. I'm going home. But you better prepare yourself. I'm not going to forget about this, and I'm not going to let you get away with it. I've had enough of keeping quiet about the things you've said and done to me up until now. I thought it was best not to say anything so that it wouldn't ruin your relationship with Tom, but you've gone and blown it up yourself. When he finds out what you've done, you'll be sorry. I don't think we'll ever meet again. Goodbye.
Mia? Mia, answer me! You've got to come back. Where are you? Hurry up and get back here. Right now, Mia.
Would you please stop messaging me? I'm ignoring your messages for a reason, and ordering me around isn't going to help anything. I have no obligation to listen to anything you say to me. Actually, I never had any obligation to, so you should be thankful that I was so reasonable up until now. If you're going to complain about the stuff I left there, I'm going to go and collect it when I go to pick Tom up. So would you please give it a rest? I don't want to see you, and I don't even want to talk to you.
So if you'll excuse me, I'm busy. Wait, Mia, you've got to come back. You've got to come back right now or I'll get kicked out. Stop pouting and get back here. Hurry up. Why should I come back? You say that I'm pouting when I'm rightfully angry with you for punching me and you have the nerve to think that you can order me around? Why should I do anything for you? You haven't even apologized for what you've done. As long as you think you haven't done anything wrong, I don't feel comfortable talking to you. What? You expect me to apologize to you? For what? Why should I? You're the one that should be apologizing to me for making me the bad person. Oh well, that's a shame. If you don't even want to try apologizing, there's no reason for me to come back. I guess it's difficult for someone as self-centered as you to understand when you've done something bad. Well, it's not like I would have forgiven you that easily after everything I've had to suffer. The best thing for me to do is just keep a distance and prioritize myself. I've got to put my physical and mental health first. Who the hell do you think you are? You think I owe you an apology? And you say that you wouldn't have forgiven me anyway? Since when do I have to ask for your forgiveness? I'm your mother-in-law. You owe me respect. If I tell you to do something, you should shut up and do it. So shut up and come back right now. I'm ordering you. How many times do I have to tell you before you listen to me? You're the one that told me to get out, remember? I was happy to do as you said then because I didn't even want to look at you. But now I don't have to listen to a word you say. I don't have to listen to anything you order me to do, especially if everything you say is contradictory. You contradicting yourself just shows how unreasonable and selfish you are. And I've had enough of it. I'm not coming back. I know that I'm contradicting myself, but I really do need you to come back or I'm in a lot of trouble. You've got to help me, so come back. My husband's angry with me. He says that if I don't get you to come back, he'll kick me out. But why? I don't understand. Why is my husband siding with you? He should be agreeing with me. He's my husband. You must have seduced him. I know it. You're capable of doing something disgusting like that. It's the only way I can make sense of why he's so fond of you. Seriously? How much more nonsense are you going to talk? First of all, when he said to get me to come back, I think he meant for you to apologize. Second of all, I have not seduced your husband. I think the main reason why he's so fond of me is because I've been helping to pay the loans on your house. And because Tom and Melissa also sided with me too. What? I've been paying the loans for the house you've been living in. I think that means that it's pretty much my house. Though, of course, I don't want to think of it like that. I don't want Ted to feel that he owes me anything. But no matter how much I tell him that I don't want him to make a big deal out of it, he's too kind. I think that explains why he's always favoring me and wants to treat me to dinner at your house. That's why he treats me especially well, and why you might thought it was strange that he was favoring me. But I haven't seduced him. You should think a little more before making ridiculous accusations like that. What? You mean that you're the one that's been paying for the house? The house I'm living in? This house? Are you being serious? Ted had some problems with his business a year or so ago and was in a lot of debt. It was too much for him to handle the loans and the debt all by himself. So Tom and I spoke with him and I offered to pay the loans on his behalf until he clears up his debt. He said that it would take a few years for him to pay back the debt, but he promised that he would pay me back. So it was decided that I would take over paying for your house. Ted himself insisted that I use your house as if it were my own home, and I think that's why he wants me to visit more often, so I can relax and put my feet up. Unfortunately, it's had the opposite effect. But he never told me that he had gotten into debt because of his business. Why wouldn't he have told me? I bet you're just lying to make me feel like I owe you that apology. Why should I believe you when Ted hasn't told me himself? I never knew anything about his business failing. I'm not lying to you. If you don't know anything about your husband's business, that's your problem. You've got to talk to Ted about that. Or maybe Ted felt that he couldn't tell you. I don't know. It just shows that there's a lack of trust in your relationship with your own husband. Oh, that reminds me. You were saying something about my parents not raising me properly earlier? Well, I'd like to say something more about that. I think you've met my parents before on several different occasions, and you know what kind of people they are and the work they do. You know that they own a company, and that I'm helping out with running it. I should let you know that they're the reason why I was able to help Ted out with his financial problems. You owe my parents just as much as Ted does, and yet you insulted them in their child-raising methods and insulted me. I would never hold this over Ted, but you've gone way too far with your attitude. I didn't know. Yeah, and I'm sure that your attitude wouldn't be any different towards me even if you did know. But regardless of what my parents have done for you, you should have never treated me like that. I just want you to know how much you've embarrassed Ted by acting like such a selfish child towards me, someone he feels he owes so much to. Do you finally understand why Ted's so angry with you? I don't blame him for making you apologize and ordering you to get me to come back to the house. I do. So will you please come back? Now he's angry about me punching you. He's been shouting at me why on earth I thought violence was the answer. He won't calm down, no matter how much I tried to explain what happened. Why does he even know about me punching you? He and Tom were watching the game when that happened. I thought he wouldn't realize. You thought it would be okay as long as he didn't realize? How naive can you get? I called Tom and told him what happened. You're going to answer for this. What? Why would you do something like that? Now it really does look like I'm the bad person here. Stop playing the victim and tell them what really happened. Tell them how you are flouncing about acting like you could do whatever you like in my house. All I did was punish you for that. I'm pregnant. Excuse me? I'm pregnant. You punched a pregnant woman in the stomach. That's why I left in a hurry, so that I could go to the hospital and see if everything was okay. Why wouldn't I call Tom and tell him what happened? Do you understand how serious this is? You're lucky that I didn't have to call him to tell him that I had a miscarriage. If I lost the baby, I would have come back to the house and torn you apart. But now I know everything's okay. I'm going to keep it that way. I'm not going anywhere near you. I didn't know that. How was I supposed to know? You never told us you were going to have a baby. It's not my fault. If I had known you were pregnant, I would have never punched you in the stomach. I swear! You've got to come back! But you would have punched me elsewhere, I guess. Whether I'm pregnant or not, you shouldn't have punched me. End of discussion. Tom and I were planning on announcing the news tomorrow morning after breakfast. That's why I thought I should endure the night to get the announcement over and done with, because we wanted to tell you all in person. But that's impossible with you. Punching me was your choice and your mistake. It's all your own responsibility, and you've got to pay for it. I wouldn't be surprised if Ted decided he wanted to have a divorce. Tom says that his dad is pretty upset, especially because he had to find out about his first grandchild like this. Ted would never ask me for a divorce. He wouldn't do that. We've been married for over 20 years. I know he's upset, but that's because he doesn't understand. If he listens to what I have to say, then he'll understand. He won't even look at me, and he keeps on moving rooms when I go near him. I'm just waiting for him to calm down before I try to talk to him again. Until then, would you just come back? I'm sure he'll be in a much better mood if he sees that I've managed to bring you back. It looks like this has all been a big misunderstanding. So if we could just talk this all through, I'm sure we can get along. Get along? Even though you won't apologize for punching me? I don't have anything to say to you. You're a danger to me and my baby. That's all I have to say. A danger? Mia, you're overreacting. I didn't know you were pregnant. I wouldn't have done anything if I knew. I don't care. Say all the excuses you want, but there's nothing that will make me change my mind. You should think about what you've done, and think about how wrong it was for you to punch me, regardless of whether I was pregnant or not. I've tried a lot these past few years to talk things through, to just obediently do everything you say and keep my distance. But no matter what, it hasn't been enough to get you to accept that I married your son. I don't think that I have the time or energy to waste on you anymore. I'd rather put all of that into raising my baby into a person that respects other people. Up until now, you've done a good job of hiding your true nature from your son and husband, but now you revealed everything to them yourself. Now you'll just reap what you've sown. All the things that you've said to me, the chores you forced me to do and complained about, the insults, they're all going to come back to haunt you. Don't say that. We can talk about this. I'm sure that we can be good friends if we just try and meet each other halfway. You can't give up on having a good relationship with your mother-in-law like that. I didn't know you were pregnant, but I'm so happy to hear such good news. I want to hear more about the baby. When did you realize you were pregnant? When the doctor thinks it's due? Please, talk to me. And I'm grateful that you helped my husband when he needed it. I didn't know, but now I do. I'm aware that we owe you so much. I was wrong about you for being a terrible daughter-in-law, and I want us to get along. Please, this is all just a misunderstanding. I want us to be friends, so please, come back and let's start over. You can't just ignore me forever. I want to be part of your lives and to help take care of the baby when it's born. No, thank you. You don't have to be that stubborn. You've got to understand that I'm making an effort to reach out to you. And what about the effort I've made up until now? You didn't think much of that, did you? Besides, even Thomas had enough of you. Neither of us thought that you could go this far, so it's not his fault, but he's shocked and ashamed that you could have hit me like that. He's upset that he didn't realize before it happened, but now he's realized that he needs to make his priorities clear. He agrees that I shouldn't come back there. So stop messaging me. We don't want anything to do with you. I'm sorry. I really am. I'll apologize as much as you want me to, so please don't cut me out of your lives. You finally feel like apologizing? It's too little too late. That punch was the straw on the camel's back. Goodbye, Sophia. I don't want you coming near me or my family, and of course that means you can't meet your grandchild. But I guess you must be really glad that it turned out the way you wanted it to. Now we really are strangers. In the end, Sophia not only lost the chance to bond with her daughter-in-law, but she also lost her own son, who announced that he wanted to cut ties with her. She also lost her chance to meet her first grandchild. No matter how much she begged him, Tom refused to tell her when the baby was due, and he left his parents' house before she could ask anything more. Ted was furious that she hadn't apologized to Mia properly, and demanded a divorce. He was ashamed that she could have treated Mia so badly, and criticized her for not making her feel welcome. He wouldn't listen when she cried and wailed at him to forgive her, and only said that as long as Mia couldn't forgive her, he didn't want to even look at her. Their daughter Melissa had heard everything that happened from her brother, and she was appalled that her mother could do something so low. She was told that she didn't deserve to stay in the house that Mia had paid for after the way she treated her, and ended up being kicked out of the house by both her husband and her daughter, and was told to never come back. The night she was kicked out of the house was the coldest night of the year, and she had nowhere else to go, so she used all the money she had on her to get to her son's house in the hope that she could talk to Mia again. When she turned up on their doorstep, they refused to let her in and told her to leave. She begged them to at least let her use their bath so that she could warm up after coming so far. But, unsurprisingly, their reply was negative. They both answered that they didn't want to let a stranger use their bath, and Sophia was shut out of their home. She cried and pleaded with them to open the door, but nobody would come. I don't know what she expected. It was her own fault for the way she behaved towards Mia, and crying wouldn't fix anything. The only thing Sophia could do now was reflect on her actions. As for Mia, the doctors let her know that the impact of the punch didn't have any effect on the baby, and assured her that the bruising she had would disappear in a few days. A few months later, she gave birth to a healthy, beautiful baby, and her family and Tom's family all celebrated the birth with dinner at Ted's house.
About the guy you're planning on marrying, Haven. I really like to think he's a one in a million type of guy. Like the kind of guy with the perfect looks, perfect body, and perfect style. And for me, that means he's the perfect man and should belong to me.
Huh? What are you talking about all of a sudden?
Thank you so much for bringing a man like him to my attention. I'm finally starting to believe that a thing like destiny is actually true. And, that my destiny just so happens to be him.
What are you talking about, Gracie? I never brought him to your attention, okay? I just brought him over to meet everyone in the family before we plan to get married.
And from that point on, I really started to like him a lot. Haven, do you mind giving him to me?
Please don't say such stupid stuff. He's my fiancé. Did you forget that? I've no reason to be handing him over to anyone. I get that you always want whatever I have for some reason or another, but you have to understand by now that I will not give you someone that I love.
But him and I have already traded phone numbers with one another.
What?
And, for some reason, I'm starting to think that he might actually be into me already as well. Well, of course, he would fall for me. I happen to be the most loved person when it comes to everyone. So, I knew I'd get his love as well.
Wait a second. You stop saying all that crap right now, Gracie. If you even lay a finger on my fiancé, I will not forgive you ever again, and you'll be on my hit list for sure. Understand that?
Did you know that your sister is finally gonna get married?
I know that. You didn't have to come to me of all people and say that. Now, why are you even talking to me in the first place?
Now what makes you think that you can talk to your mother in that tone? You knew from the start that your fiancé would choose someone like Gracie over you, right? It's only natural that she gets whatever she likes. And as for you, with not a hint of cuteness to your name, it's only fair that he threw you aside for her.
Is that really something you should be saying to your own daughter?
Well, if you had just figured out how to make yourself look attractive, then maybe you would still be with him getting ready for marriage, right? But there's no point in you trying to be somebody worthwhile now. And you will never be able to change the fact that your fiancé threw you away for someone like Gracie.
I'm so tired of all of you. All of you are freaking toxic. It's crazy to think that it's not just my sister that's messed up, but my parents as well, because they always let my sister have whatever she wants. I hate you all.
That is not how you should be speaking of your family, especially in front of your mother. God, you really are such a mindless idiot. There was no reason for your father and I to love you more than her when you act and think like that.
I understand that you and Dad don't give a crap about me, but the fact that my own little sister stole my fiancé from me and is now being backed up by my parents is just dumb. How dare you think it's okay to kick a dead horse like you have been? Just leave me alone already. I'm going to cut ties to all of you to make sure I never have to be hurt by all of you again.
You're cutting ties to us? There's no way you could get away with something like that. You are nothing more than a stupid baby that needs us.
I don't believe that I am a stupid baby.
Haven't you realized yet that you're the older sister? And that it's your job as the older sister to give everything you have to your little sister? Or are you still blind to the reality of things?
I realized that a long time ago, and I've also learned because of that I don't need a mother or sister anymore.
And I've always been trying to say to everyone that I only ever needed one daughter. I am so glad your father and I did such a good job raising Gracie. Oh.
I'm done here. Go ahead and say whatever else you'd like. I'm cutting ties with all of you right now. Goodbye forever, dickheads.
Why are you not answering my calls? You should be more than able to answer a call from your own mother.
And who is it that's been calling me?
I am not in the mood to deal with your stale jokes.
Well, I have no idea who you are, so can you please inform me before we start this little conversation?
I am your mom.
Oh. Why are you trying to get a hold of me when we've been doing so well staying out of one another's business for the past 2 years? You have a daughter that you and your husband both love way more than me, so go on and bug her about it. I'm not in the mood to be belittled by you anymore. Now leave me alone. Goodbye.
You really have not changed at all, have you? Freaking mouthy little witch that shouldn't even pass for a woman. That's why it sucks for me to have to sit here and ask you this.
What do you want to ask me?
Right now, Gracie is in a lot of trouble. She is seriously ill and will need a lot more help before she can get better.
What are you even talking about? Do you actually think I care that she's sick? Because I don't.
I can't believe you're not even worried about your little sister right now. I guess I should have known this is how things would go. Are you really going to sit there and say that you're not worried about your dying sister?
Just hurry up and get on with what you have to ask me. If you keep it up with all the emotional BS, then my energy will all go to waste before the day's event's over.
She's going to need a donor, an organ donor, because of her illness. From what we're being told, if you give her one of your kidneys, she'll have a very good chance of fully recovering. So, now that you're aware of that, can you please call the hospital and set up the date you'll give her one of yours? We have to get all of that handled soon because it might be a few weeks before the surgeon can take you.
What the hell are you going on about?
Have you not been listening to me? We are going to need one of your kidneys, so we have to hurry up and pick a date to prepare for the surgery. They said that if you're quick enough, they can get you in tomorrow morning for that surgery even.
What? What the hell is going on here? Are you actually mentally retarded or something?
I want to know what kind of nerve you have calling your mother that. The only one here, that is you.
So you're trying to tell me that you want to use one of my kidneys? And you want to use it for Gracie, who is deathly sick?
Absolutely. You are her older sister, so give her your dang kidney already.
I've been living the past 2 years of my life in peace after cutting ties to all of you. And here I am, once a peaceful day like today, having to listen to you about people I really don't care about. And about how you have the stupid request for me.
What is with you calling all of us stupid? I am just telling you how things have been and how they're going to be, right? It's only right for you to become her donor because you're her older sister. You can forget about how she stole your fiancé from you already and give her that dang kidney she needs.
I don't have any little sisters anymore, though.
What?
I haven't had any parents or little sisters for the past 2 years, so have you lost your mind or something? You're not even old enough yet to be going senile or anything, so it's really a shame you see you in that state. Thank God you're not my family anymore, because I would hate to have to take care of you when you do get old enough to be legitimately crazy.
What are you saying? Tell me what any of that means.
What the hell do you mean, give us your kidney? Who do you even think you are to me anymore to say something like that? You should be asking me in a much more polite tone, at the very least, if you're going to ask that from a stranger like me.
I don't give a crap about being polite when it comes to you. You're going to be giving Gracie one of your kidneys, right?
Well, no matter how you go about asking me, I'm not planning on giving her one.
What?
Why do you think I should give one of my organs to a complete stranger? Of course I'd be saying no to that. I don't know how many more times I'll have to say this, but put your head on straight and think for once, you crazy old loony.
Who the hell? Is anything I'm saying even entering your ears? She is on her deathbed right now. Gracie is on her deathbed. She has an illness that is literally going to kill her, and you're not going to do a thing? Do you really still call yourself an older sister by doing that? If you're really her older sister, then you'll give her one of your kidneys.
Oh, jeez, this is just dumb now. You and Dad were the ones that always cared about her over me, so would you please leave me alone now and figure something else out yourselves? I don't think you understand just how little I like the three of you buffoons. You're not even my mother to me anymore. Gracie isn't my little sister, and Dad isn't my father.
Excuse me?
Ever since you let Gracie just get away with taking my fiancé from me, I stopped thinking of her as my sister and as you as my parents. That was literally the last straw for me, and you guys pulled that sucker from me like it was free or something. So now that you understand my feelings, can you quit it? Just be quiet and go find yourself a donor like everyone else, by being put on a donor list. It's really stupid for you to even ask me things like that in the first place.
What kind of attitude is that? Have you forgotten that your father and I were the ones that raised you?
Oh, I forgot about that a long time ago, actually. Honestly, I was wondering if you guys ever did anything in the first place to show that you were raising me. That's how little I care. I guess I can thank you for giving birth to me, but that would be one hell of a stretch right there. Because ever since you gave birth to Gracie, my life has been like living in a labor camp. You and Dad always thought about Gracie all the time and put me on the back burner. No, wait. You just dumped me in the trash like you didn't even need me anymore.
We had no choice in that matter. You were the older sister and Gracie is your little sister, so...
So what? As a mother, you should be more than capable of caring for 2 kids. But instead, you only focused on Gracie, and my whole life I felt like I was never even a part of the family. Whenever Gracie wanted something of mine, you would let her have it. I thought it was finally in the clear after leaving your guys' house, but that feeling of safety only lasted so long. Because not far down the road, Gracie was back stealing my fiancé from me, and you were just letting it happen. Well, I've gone and cut ties to all of you now, so stop trying to act like I think you guys are anything more than strangers. Stop asking me such stupid requests. You're all just selfish pricks.
The fact that you would say all that to me is awful. So you're telling me that I'm really not like a mother to you anymore? Throwing away your family like that is the worst sin one can commit.
I really thought I made it obvious to you this whole time that I don't care for any of you anymore. Who was it again that my whole life acted as though I didn't need to be cared for and could fall second to my sister's wishes all the time, while also picking on me any chance they got? I don't really think it was me that threw you guys away, but you guys that threw me away. And that happened long before today. I don't even remember the last time I thought of you guys as family, to be honest.
So because of that, you're not going to help your little sister?
Ugh. Like I've been saying, she's not my little sister to me anymore. You're being a witch about all of this now. I have her blocked ever since she took my fiancé away from me, so don't think she has any chance of talking me into giving her any help.
She has always been telling me about how she can't get a hold of you. The reason for that was because you've had her blocked? Blocking your own little sister's phone number like that.
Jesus freaking Christ. She is not my little sister anymore. I have a new world now that I live in with new people, and you guys are not a part of it. So leave me the frick alone.
What do you mean? Huh?
I got married last year.
What? You got married?
And from what I've heard, Gracie ended up leaving the man she stole from me not too long after I left, right? I guess I was lucky to never marry that guy after all, especially since he was cheating on me with her right before our marriage. Freaking dick. But I'm happy I never had to deal with him again after he left me for her.
It's because of that man that Gracie has had to go through a lot of heartache. And if you want me to take the blame back even further, you were the one that introduced him to Gracie.
Huh? So that's my fault now. You're brain dead. I just brought him over the house one time to see everyone before we got married is all. If anything, it should be your guys' fault for letting her take that man away from me right before we got married. So why bother blaming me for something like that now?
Gracie has nobody else to rely on right now besides her family. So you should be just as much to blame for what happened to her as the rest of us. So can you please do something to make up for your wrongs? You happen to have 2 kidneys, so it shouldn't be a problem to hand one over to her, right?
I told you that I'm married now, right?
That has nothing to do with this.
It does, though. I'm pregnant right now.
What?
So there's no way I'd be able to give her one of my kidneys right now, even if I wanted to. But even if I wasn't pregnant, she wouldn't be getting anything from me anyways.
Are you serious? Are you really going to throw your family away like that?
You guys have never been my family, Lo. So how would I go about throwing away something I never had to begin with? The only family I have now is my husband's family and nobody else. Luckily for me, his whole family is made up of really kind-hearted people who have been supportive of me in every way. I've been able to tell them everything about what's happened between myself and you guys, and they listened and understood me. They've all treated me like I've always been a part of their family, and I'll never leave them.
Who cares that they care about you? They are all just strangers. You are my real daughter, all right? And Gracie is your real sister. Do you not want to stay with us?
I once did want to stay with you all, but that was before Gracie opened her mouth. Ever since that day, you guys have all been more distant to me than strangers. You're all like aliens. Like I will never be able to meet any of you in my lifetime.
No way. You're making it seem like you really won't help your sister.
By the way, there's something I'm wondering about. Why haven't you given her one of your kidneys yet?
What?
If a doctor said I was able to match with her, then that should mean anyone in the family can, right? So why am I the only person you're asking? Why do I have to go through all of this for people that I don't care for?
Well, you were the youngest of us all. I'm almost in my 60s now, right? If she were to get one of my kidneys.
Look at that. You don't give a crap about helping her and would rather force me to do it. You're such a sly little cunt. Just go help her yourself already if you care so much about her. Stop asking me like I would ever do something like that for any of you.
But you both are sisters, so you should want to help her more than me. Why are you not more open to that?
Ugh, go away already. It's gone on for too long now, and I need to put my phone down.
Wait!
This is the last time? What final things do you have to say to me?
When will my grandchild be born? Your child is my grandchild, right? You're going to let me see them, right? Hey, I really want to see my first grandchild. I want to hug and kiss them like I have myself a baby again. So you'll be able to let me see them when they're born, right? Also, once you've had the baby, you'll be more than willing to give Gracie a kidney, right? Right?
Wow. I knew it. I was just going to block you, but I wanted to see where all of this was going. But no, it's confirmed now. I've confirmed that I need to block all of you and never ever let you into my life again.
What? No, wait. I really do want to see my grandchild.
No worries. I've already prepared myself to tell them when they come of age that I never had any parents, and that their only grandparents are my in-laws. They'll never know a thing about you guys. They'll never want to meet you guys. And most of all, you will never get to know a thing about them. Now good luck looking for a donor that'll work with Gracie. I'm blocking you now, you screwed up witch. Naturally, since all of them are like complete strangers to me, I never ended up donating a kidney to them. But soon after that day, word got out about how my husband happens to have some money, and due to that, those freaks started to try with all they had to find us. They went all over town shouting my name, trying to find me, and even started to put up posters saying that I was kidnapped and that if anyone saw me to have my whereabouts reported to them. But the thing is, my husband and I didn't even live in that state anymore, so I'm not sure they were going to have any luck finding me like that. And having already blocked all of them on every form of social media as well, of course, they were never able to find where we were living. As of right now, Gracie is still in the hospital hooked up to a dialysis machine and has not found herself a donor yet. I really hope that right now she's regretting her whole life and wishes that she had just been a bit nicer to her older sister. And I'm sure that really soon here things will begin to go sour between her and Mom. As for myself, I was able to give birth to a happy and healthy baby boy. Right now, I'm really looking forward to becoming a great mother. And if I'm ever to have another baby, I'll make sure that they are loved just as much as my first son will be.
Allison, the preparations for the wedding should all be completely perfect, right?
Good evening, Melinda. I made sure to get whatever I could done for the wedding. At this point, all there is left to do is wait for the wedding and get excited.
What kind of crap is that you're saying to me?
Huh?
You are supposed to be working until the very last minute to make sure that the wedding is perfect and that there is no chance of anything going south. Have you made sure to think of what'll happen when I come on stage and things like that?
Wait, this is going to be the wedding for Charlotte, right?
That's right. My daughter's wedding. And if you don't make sure that it's 100% perfect for all of us, then you are going to be in some serious trouble.
That's not why I asked that. I asked because I'm a bit confused why you think I have to prepare anything for you to come on stage like it's your wedding. I know that Charlotte is going to be walked onto the stage by her dad at the start, but you're supposed to be sat in your seat the whole time the wedding is taking place, right?
That is not a good enough excuse for me to just sit around all day. I am the mother of the bride, Allison, and that means I'm supposed to be treated like the queen at this wedding.
So that's why you want me to prep for you on stage. Well, I never heard from Charlotte about her having anything planned for you.
If you don't start to think about this wedding and what I'll be doing a bit more seriously, you will really regret ever marrying my son. Do you really want to give up your rights as a young wife in this family? fix your way of thinking. Right now. And then hurry up and get back to work on the wedding. Charlotte and I are too busy to be looking over your back every second of the day.
All right.
I'm sorry, Allison. I wish my mom wouldn't ask you to do such stupid things all the time. I see she's even forced you to start doing those stupid things for her. So if you feel that you shouldn't have to, you could tell her no.
Well, I don't really mind it all that much, Tyler. But I didn't think your mom was supposed to have a moment on stage or anything at the wedding, so I'm not really sure what to do about it.
You can't just overlook what she asked you to do. She's just talking out of her butt like that. And Charlotte's already told me that she wants to make up the plans herself for her wedding. So you really don't have to listen to my mom at all. Because this wedding all comes down to what Charlotte wants. I'm sure if you go tell Charlotte about what my mom's asking from you, she'll be able to tell Mom to shut up, and that will be that.
And I did do that by getting a hold of Charlotte and talking with her more about what she wants, but even after talking to her, your mom still thinks she's in control.
We all know that she's been a pain in the butt, and even my dad is getting tired of her attitude. To be honest, after Charlotte gets married, I think things between my mom and dad will begin to fall apart.
What? What do you mean?
My dad is getting really fed up with Mom's selfishness, and from what I've heard, even these past few years being married to her have been really tough. So I think that once my sister is married and out of the house, my dad can finally relax a bit and start focusing on himself and moving away from Mom. Even I want my dad to break free from my mom's grasp and enjoy his life a bit more.
So that's what's been going on. Well, before any of that can happen, we have to make sure that Charlotte has a great wedding. I'll continue to do my best with making this wedding perfect for her, so that not just Charlotte is happy, but also so that your dad can be happy as well. What's going on, Tyler? I'm currently on the road right now, but just stopped to use the bathroom.
Things are not good right now. My dad has passed out and fallen down badly.
What?
You listen here, Allison. Did you forget that today is the day of my daughter's wedding? You are supposed to be here at 10 a.m. to start getting things ready for the start, yet I haven't found you anywhere yet. How much longer are you planning to keep everyone waiting for you?
What? Melinda? What are you talking about right now?
I am not going to forgive you for being this late to my daughter's wedding. It is the day of my daughter's wedding, and you have a job to do.
Hold on for 1 second, Melinda. Do you have no idea about what's going on right now? How could you not be aware of what's happened? Today the wedding has been canceled to the best of my knowledge, but...
Huh? What the hell did you just say? You really think you're being a good wife to my son in this family? I'm going to strip that title away from you right now! You and Tyler are getting a divorce if it's the last thing I make you both do.
What are you going on about? Why are you getting so upset with me over nothing right now?
I think I have the right to be pissed off at you after canceling on my daughter's wedding without telling anyone. We have all been waiting for over 30 minutes now for you to get here so that we can start the wedding.
I don't think I've done any such thing before the wedding, though, Melinda. So before you continue to get more and more flustered with me, take a look around you and tell me what you see.
I'm not going to let you get off easily after not showing up for the beginning of Charlotte's wedding.
Please don't tell me that you actually have no clue what's going on right now. I thought that Tyler already called you telling you about what's happened and explaining to you that the wedding's been canceled.
Why do you keep talking about the wedding being canceled? The only one that's canceled anything is you being here today, and you told nobody a thing about it. You are the worst woman a family could ever ask for. If If you don't want me going out of my way to ruin your marriage with my son, you get your butt to this wedding right now!
But everyone is here with me at the funeral home.
Huh?
I think between the two of us, you should be the one getting your butt over here right now if you don't want relations to get any worse between you and your family. It seems to me like you either didn't read or listen to anything Tyler told you yesterday, or you never received anything in the first place. But you do realize what you're doing right now by not being here?
Funeral home? Why are you all there? Did you all get the address confused or something and end up over there?
No, Melinda, the reason we're all here is because your husband passed away.
Huh?
Did you really not know about your husband collapsing yesterday and passing away? You should have been getting calls all day from family in the hospital about your husband's condition.
Well, why would I answer any calls from numbers that I've never seen before? There's no way that he's dead right now. You were just trying to pull some childish prank now, right? My husband is dead? No way in hell is my husband dead right now.
The doctors have said it looks as though he had a heart attack which caused him to pass out. It's already been known for a while that he's had a pretty weak heart, so it makes sense that all the stress recently would cause this.
So all those calls yesterday from Tyler were about my husband having a heart attack. Recently, he had called me warning me about my attitude towards you and all, so I just assumed he was calling me to warn me about that crap again. That's why I ended up muting his calls for the rest of the day yesterday. So, my husband... he's really...
I'm sure that you're in a panic now that you finally learned the truth, but regarding the wedding, it has been canceled and there will be no one showing up to it. So, I did not end up not showing to the wedding today like you think I have. And I never would do something as rude as that, especially since you forced me to do all the preparations for the wedding without getting my take on that decision first.
So the wedding is...
After what happened to your husband yesterday, we had all the family come to the hospital to be there with us. But where were you yesterday evening, Melinda, while everyone was with your husband at the hospital?
Huh? Me? I was just really busy getting any last-minute preparations taken care of before the wedding.
Last-minute preparations, huh? What kind of last-minute preparations are we talking about here?
Hey, I had a lot of beauty treatment appointments that I needed to go to look good for the wedding. It wouldn't be right if the bride's mother looked like a mess on the day of the wedding, right?
So you were out getting ready for things that only mattered to you. Even going as far as to avoid listening to your son, also that you had time to make yourself look good? And that's what led you to being out really late last night with nobody knowing where you were? And when anyone in the family tried calling you, you immediately put them to voicemail?
I didn't get any calls last night.
But you just told me that you ignored all of Tyler's calls and even muted him when you got tired of the ringing, right? I'm sure there were plenty of calls from the hospital as well.
And I told you just a second ago why I didn't answer them. I thought that those were all just spam calls and that it wasn't worth my time answering them.
What about all the calls that came from the rest of your family? Oh, that's right. The rest of your family doesn't really like talking to you anymore and would rather just let you sit in the dark on things. Most of them don't even know your contact information now because you've never told them, and they've never bothered asking.
Excuse me?
Anyway, I know that Tyler tried calling you plenty of times yesterday, but you chose not to answer any of his calls and muted him on purpose. And you've even told me you did all that just now yourself.
So, what is going on with my husband right now? Is he going to be okay?
Huh? Have you not been listening to anything I've said to you today? I told you already that the family and I are all here at the funeral home. Do you not understand how all of us being here right now ties into your husband having a heart attack and passing away?
So if you're all really at a funeral home right now, then he must really be dead. That cannot be possible, right? Right before our daughter's wedding day?
Are you finally coming around to seeing the truth and getting emotional from it? I'm telling you, Melinda, your husband is gone and it all happened to him yesterday. And this was all happening to him last night while you were out having a fun time with his money, getting all the most expensive treatments.
What the hell is this? I didn't know anything about what was going on with him. Why did he think yesterday was the best time to go off and die like that?
The best time? I don't think your husband had a choice in choosing the best time to pass away, Melinda. If anything, he didn't want to pass away the day before his daughter's wedding. I know it must suck to have all your family hate you to the point where they won't even try and get a hold of you about what's happened, but at least Tyler was trying to let you know.
I know that he was trying to call me a lot, but I didn't think he had anything important to say to me, and that's why I ignored him. You can't blame any of this on me, right? It's not my fault. Why didn't you all try harder to get a hold of me when this was going down? You guys could have been sending me texts as well that I could have read later, right?
Tyler told me that he sent you a text. He sent you a message explaining that things weren't going well for his dad and that it was an emergency.
You're right. He did send me a text saying that.
Well, then you really are the only one that can be blamed for not knowing about what happened to your husband yesterday, huh? Today we are planning to have the wake for your husband. And at the moment, we all are working on getting the funeral planned out and prepared for him.
This is all coming to me so fast that I can't fully comprehend it.
I'm sure it is. But this is all the hard reality where you're having to live in, Melinda.
Then what's going to happen to my daughter's wedding?
What?
I've been looking forward to that wedding for a very long time now, and I was so ready for it to happen today. What the hell are we going to do about it? I'm sure that even Charlotte has been waiting a long time for this day to come, right?
Melinda, what the actual hell are you going on about now? Are you even aware that your husband is dead right now? And will never be coming back to see any of us again?
I get that he's gone, but I'm talking about the wedding now, which has nothing to do with him dying and that funeral.
Well, Charlotte has taken a lot of time to talk about the wedding with her husband, and they are going to have their wedding on a different date.
What? Well, that's bullcrap, right? They're going to delay the wedding?
I can understand why someone like you would have a hard time even comprehending this. But why have you ended up this way? You should know that because of her father passing away only yesterday, she wouldn't want to have a wedding right now. It's been months now that you've been acting so self-centered about this whole wedding, which isn't even yours. The amount of times you've tried making it all about you is good reason for your family to continue hating you and never wanting to be involved in your life.
What are you trying to say, Allison?
I know that all you think about is yourself, and about how to make yourself look even better, never taking a second out of your life to think about your family and what they want. Do you remember how you made sure you were at the center of my wedding when it happened?
I was only at the center of it because I'm a very good-looking woman.
And I do think that at your age, you are a very good-looking woman. But you showed up to my wedding in an all-white dress like that. Nobody told you to wear a white dress that day, and as the bride, I told you explicitly not to wear a white dress. But you did it anyway, and that's what made you steal the spotlight from my husband and I, right?
And this time I made sure to get myself an even better looking white dress for Charlotte's wedding, but now it's all been a waste of time. I rented this gorgeous looking dress just for today, and I have to have it returned to the store by tomorrow afternoon. Wait! I can wear it to my husband's funeral today. He was my husband, after all, right? I have to be the one to stand out in an event like that, right?
Did you get dropped on your head a lot as a baby, Melinda?
What did you just say to me? You are my son's wife, so you should never be talking to me like that. You want me to make sure that you never get to call my son your husband ever again?
The only one that's been divorced is you whore.
Huh?
Did you know that right before your husband had that heart attack and passed away, he sent in divorce paperwork asking that you no longer be his wife? He had had enough of the way you acted like a self-centered child around everyone, and his idea was, after the wedding had finished, he would pack his stuff up and get out of the house for good. He made sure to write down everything he thought in a letter addressed to you as well.
You're lying, right? He had the two of us divorced without telling me. Can he really do something like that to us without having my permission as well?
Well, the divorce papers that he turned in were something that you had already planned out and filed in, right? So all he had to do was sign his name on them and take them into the city office to be handled.
But I wasn't planning on going through with any of that just yet, Allison. What the hell did he think he was doing, handing them all in without telling me first?
Well, you were trying to make your daughter's wedding all about yourself, even though she told you time and time again to stop. And on top of that, he also knew about how you would threaten me with divorcing me from Tyler if I didn't do as you asked. So I think he was just tired of being married to a whore that kept on making everything about herself and never giving any thought towards the family. I myself understand why he would divorce you. Heck, I respect that man for making it this long with you after all the crap you've pulled.
Why are you being such a rude witch right now?
Well, it doesn't matter anymore now because he is no longer with us. The husband that looked after you and made sure to take the responsibility for all your selfish behavior is no longer here to help you. He died while you were doing what you always do, and that was thinking about only yourself and no one else. How about you think about how sad that is and start crying a little over what's happened to him?
I am sad about what's happened. The wedding that was supposed to be today has been canceled and moved to a later date.
For Christ's sake, you are such a joke, Melinda.
Well, so be it. I'm going to start heading over to you guys right now. I'll at least be able to put myself on display at that funeral for everyone to see. Go and tell everyone that I'll be arriving at the funeral home very soon, okay? I have to make sure that everyone knows that losing my husband has taken a great toll on me now.
Right now, Tyler is talking with everyone else in the family.
About what?
He's telling them that his dad had already divorced you before he passed away. And at the moment, they were all agreeing that you are nothing more than a complete stranger now and don't have to come to the funeral.
What are you talking about, Alice?
It seems that both Tyler and Charlotte do not want you here getting in the way of their last day being around their father.
Then what the hell? I'm his wife, though.
No, you are not, Melinda. You have been divorced by him now, and that makes you nothing more than a stranger to everyone here. And even when you were his wife, everyone here hated you.
Why, though? Why would they all hate me to the point that they don't want me there?
To put it straight, you were a terrible wife for him and an even worse mother to your kids. I'm sorry, Melinda, but I don't think you and I will ever be seeing one another again after this. So I'll be going now.
Wait! Don't throw me away like my husband did, Allison! Please tell me where that funeral home is.
Why the hell would I have a reason to tell you? All I want for you is to regret everything you've done to this family and nothing more. Goodbye now, Melinda. And I hope you have a good rest of your life alone.
In the end, Melinda was never allowed to attend the funeral of her ex-husband and had to live the rest of her life not ever having the chance to see her ex for the last time. And after the funeral had finished, Allison, Tyler, and Charlotte all agreed to let her have the house she was living in, but that she'd never get to see or hear from them all again. When she was finally left alone with nothing more than an empty house, she began to realize that what she'd been doing really was childish and not acceptable for a woman her age. But her being regretful of her poor attitude has come far too late now, right?